Good morning, Indiana. January 16th. Are we ready for spring yet? Are we ready for summer? I used to be a winter lover fan until this year. I hope you all are doing good. Just wanted to give you a quick update. Every once in a while, I feel like talking about weather. I'm going to do it now. I wanted to show something first. I like to do verification scores. This is called the High Resolution Rapid Refresh Model, or the HRRR. And it has a very good handle on what's actually going on today, which is a clipper, one of two more that are coming that I see. Or one of two. I can't remember how many. It's like a train, but I'll get into that here in a minute. This is valid for 10 a.m. Okay, I want you to notice this right here. Look at this right here. Okay, and I want you to keep tabs on this, because right now I've got 10:13 a.m. as of this video. Okay. Now, let's go to real-time radar. Wow. Does that not look dead on? So, using this terminology, I'm going to use the HRRR today for verification. This is a pretty darn good verification score for the HRRR. That's dead on. I mean, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Look what it had. Okay, so let's go forward here and see what the HRRR is showing. Okay, we go forward. We go to 11 a.m. Still got snow around us right here. We keep going forward. 12, still got snow. 1 o'clock, still got snow. 2 o'clock, snow. 3 o'clock, snow, and then it starts, breaking off and getting into our scattered snow shower activity, which is what's going to happen. Okay, and then we come back into around this is only going 12 hours out on me. I don't know. It's supposed to go 15 hours out. This is later on tonight when these back-end snow showers start coming in as the actual clipper moves through. So we're going to be dealing with heavier snow until 1 or 2. 2 inches maybe is possible. With these high ratio type clippers, it's really tough to tell. Okay, I'll say 1 to 2, but that could be. You just never know with these things. These things either disappoint or they surprise. It's never in between. They never go as planned. They just don't. Sometimes they do. I guess I shouldn't say that. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they just don't. They do not go as planned. So, anyway, that's our first storm that's happening today. Let's show you why this is happening. Okay, here's our storm today. This is by 2 p.m. This is the Euro. It's got a good handle. Again, I'm using this as verification. Euro's got a 9. That's a strong clipper, ladies and gentlemen. 998 millibar clipper is moving down. Okay. And again, remember here. Here's your freezing line, okay? Here's your 540 line. That's your 32-degree line. We are in the low 20s right now, so we're right in here. We're right above that right below that 523 thickness line. This is why these snows say if this clipper has a 1/10 of an inch of liquid, this is why it has the potential to dump 2 to 3 inches, because what happens is it moves down into this colder air mass. It fluffs up this snow. Now, the last storm we had, I said it would be a fluffy snow, and I was wrong. It would be a wet snow, but I promise you this time this will not be a wet snow. Clippers almost usually never. They just don't. They don't ever have wet snow with them unless they're because they come down and see how cold an air mass this is coming down into? Like this right here. It's what makes clippers so much fun. Okay, some people call them Saskatchewan screamers. They come down in this very cold air mass, and they fluff up this snow, and they give you what I like to say, more bang for your buck. You take $1 and somebody gives you back $3, you're getting back something extra. That's what these clippers do. So if they drop a 1/10 of an inch of liquid, sometimes they can drop 2 to 3 inches of snow because of the fluff factor. Remember, ratios I said were 10 to 1. 10 inches of snow for an inch of liquid. That goes up maybe 15 to 20 to 1 with these clippers. Okay, so that's clipper number 1. Okay, let's go forward here. You can see it kind of stalls out right there before it finally moves out. Sometimes we like to say this. Sometimes we like to call them a cutoff low. It's not a true cutoff though. What happens is they get cut off from what we call the actual jet stream, and they sit there and spin. You see how that sat there and spun for a minute? It actually gets cut off, then it gets scooted out. Oh my bad, I've got to turn this to silent. So, okay, now Saturday is the day I want you all to pay attention to, okay? And I believe Saturday is the 18th. Yes, it is. Look at this one coming down right here, okay? See this one right here? This is the one I think's got the potential to be a little bit of a surpriser. This is the next one coming down in a stream. They come down in a train. Okay? See how cold it still is? Look at this cold air. We've got 32 degrees all the way down into southern Georgia, almost into the Panhandle. I would be surprised if the Panhandle of Florida sees frost issues again. This is just a terrible winter. I'm ready again for summer. But anyway, we got another clipper coming down. And look at this one. It's a 999 millibar clipper. This would be right here. This would be a nice southern storm millibar level. Anything below 1,000 millibars, which is what this is measuring, millibars, is pretty respectable. Okay? These are respectable clippers, folks. These are going to dump some snow. It's not going to be anything like what we saw on January 5th. Don't get me wrong. That is not even close to 12 inches. It's not gonna, that would be the all-time record for clipper if it did that. It's not going to do it. But I'm telling you, by the time it's all said and done, by the time these all get out of here, we could have 4 to 6 inches of snow on the ground total. I don't know. Just depends on what they decide to do. I'm telling you, they surprise. See this one? That one moves out. Now there's another one trying to come down that's going to stay a little bit north. I mean, we are just stuck in a train of them, okay? But here's the problem. The Euro, and I agree with this, next week, which would be, let's see here, the 20th would be Sunday or Monday, one of the two. Well, here comes the moderation, okay? See the warm air coming back up? We're going to get some moderation. This would be the 20th of January. And you can see this moderation of temps starting to come up. Red is good, folks. It's pretty simple. That's why I like these maps. There's your above freezing. We go back above freezing. I need to get my dates here. Hang on. I apologize. We go back above freezing on Monday. I'm sorry. See that ridge pumping warm air back up north? Okay, but don't be fooled. Short-lived. It's just not a sustained warm pattern right now. Because here it goes. Here comes yet another clipper on the 21st, which would be Tuesday. Look at this. Another one dives down, and here it is right here. So we are just stuck in a stormy pattern right now, guys. From now through next Tuesday is going to be just stormy. You have to understand, hurricane season, I believe it peaks in September, if I'm right. If I'm right, I'm not an expert on hurricanes. I'm not an expert on anything. But the clipper season peaks mid-January through mid-February. We are in mid-January. We are at the peak of clipper season, and it's coming through right as scheduled. But behind this one, middle of next week, it's going to get cold. Here we go. Look at these temps. These are flirting with negative degree digits. Okay, it's what's beyond the 21st is what I'm a little bit nervous about, and I'm going to go straight to the 25th. This is the period I'm watching very carefully. January 25th through the beginning of February, around February 5th, that 10-day span. This is the period I'm really interested in, okay? Europeans starting to pick up on this, and I think it's going to get a little bit colder. The ensembles, what we call ensembles, which I'm not going to get into because it would just confuse y'all. It really would. It's basically a lot of different engines that go into making model runs. The ensembles are what we look at rather than the operational to see what's going to happen verification-wise. And the ensembles are all supporting the operational. Okay, it's hard to explain. It's dumb. I can't explain it in a way you'd understand. But as you can see, Saturday the 25th, here we go. Look at the minimum temps. Here it comes. And please don't say polar vortex or I will smack anybody that says it because it's not the case. Oh, the temps. My video, I can be as corny as I want. You gotta make it fun. You gotta make weather fun. It's gotta be fun. Nobody wants to listen to a boring, this is what's going to happen. It's gonna be -10, -7. I try to make it fun. So, anyway, look at the minimum temps starting next Saturday. And here's the problem. I don't know how far south this time this is gonna go. I think northern Indiana is a lock. We're gonna see negatives. I just don't know how far south this is going to go. Okay, this is the last image on this run. But watch the period between the 25th and the 5th of February. I'll tell you also, the Super Bowl out in New York is going to be interesting. And I'll show you why here in a second. This may be a failure it'd be good for us cold weather lovers of the NFL, but it may be a failure for the outdoor experience or the outdoor experiment on Super Bowl. It could be fun, though. So just remember, the 25th through the 5th. The 25th, you can already see the temps starting to dive below negative digits again. Okay? Let's go back to the euro one more time, and I'm going to go out forward here. I'm going to keep going. See this cold air locked in? Remember, blue is bad. Okay? Look, 540 is all the way freezing. 32 degrees in the northern panhandle of Florida. It's coming. Sorry. Here it comes again. That's the 22nd of February. Or, I'm sorry, January. As you can see how this is sustaining? See how this is kind of hanging down in here and not retreating north right here? That's what I think is going to happen here. After the 25th, now it's going to try to come back north a little bit, okay? Oh, what do you know? Another clipper trying to come down right there. See it? But I think this is going to be more of a sustained cold, folks. This isn't going to be the one and done or the 3 days and done like we saw January 5th. Now, will it get negative digits for more than 3 days? I don't know yet. But this is going to be more of a sustained cold, okay? And now I want to draw your attention to this because this matches the pattern in something called the Bering Sea Rule, which I will not even get close to getting into because you guys won't understand it. Okay, let's go back. And this is what do you see when right here? What's this called, ladies and gentlemen? If you watched my last video, you'd know this is called a trough, and this is a powerful trough. Look at this high. This is a 1033 millibar high. That's powerful. Anything over 1020 is potent, okay? So, with that analogy, we've got cold air. We've got cold air rushing down. We've got warm air butting up. Look right here. Here's the battle. Okay, the battle's out of Indiana this time so far. This could shift, but I don't think this will be Indiana storm on the 25th. I don't know. That remains to be seen. Okay, here's the battle zone again. Do you see what I mean? I've been trying to tell you all, when you get this 540 line right here and this 546 line right here, these storms are going to track right along it. Now watch what's going to happen here. Watch these lines as this progresses. See that? Boom, it stays east as that colder air. Look at this trough building in right here. Look at this. This is cold. Cold. Not quite what June 5th was, but it's still cold. That's what we call a trough. And you can see this storm going right along this boundary, this thermal gradient, okay? That will be on the 25th. That's a long way out, so still plenty of time for that to change. But what I wanted to pound home is finishing points. From now through Tuesday, we're going to have snow. It's coming. It's going to come in waves. Not going to be that heavy. It's not going to be anything like January 5th was. Did I say June earlier? I hope I didn't. It's not going to be anything like January 5th. Not going to be foot. Not going to be 15 inches, but a respectable 4 to 6 maybe on the ground total when this is all said and done. It just depends on the melting that's going to happen on Monday because we are going to warm up slightly on Monday. So, prepare for January 25th through the 5th of February, maybe even a little bit beyond. There may be a warm-up coming mid-February. I don't like going that far out, but I like mid-February so far as possibly warming up. So, anyway. Stay safe, stay warm. We only have 2 more months. We'll get through it. We'll all get through it. We'll be back out on our pool decks and boats and lakes and tanning ourselves before we know it. Until next time. If you have any questions, let me know. Stay safe, y'all.